Good evening, folks. This is Thinking for Free. I do a group of videos called Think for Yourself, and this is a video response to Tucker Carlson's piece, which is one of the popular videos on YouTube right now. And he asks the question in this piece about whether a group of United States soldiers who are currently in the military should be penalized for writing an op-ed in the New York Times called "The War as We Saw It." I want to bring your attention to something because one of the topics I discuss quite often is how the media frames things. First off, notice that Tucker Carlson's piece was not framed around what these soldiers actually wrote about, but was framed on whether they should be punished or not. Now, frankly speaking, I won't get as philosophical as in my other videos because I want this response to be posted and I don't want to waste too much time. The idea that as an American citizen I wouldn't want to hear an intelligent perspective from people who actually are having firsthand experience in Iraq and on the situation militarily and politically is kind of demeaning. Granted, you don't want soldiers giving away military secrets and things, but that's not the case here. This is purely a philosophical and logical perspective on the situation on the ground in Iraq. If they have their own political ideologies, it doesn't come across through this that they are just interested in partisan politics here. This is a very honest and logical assessment from a group of 7 soldiers' eyes who have been on the front lines and continue to be. Now, I want to first point out something for anyone who watches this video. Tucker Carlson says in the very beginning, he's rephrasing what these people wrote about, and in it he says, in the middle of something he's saying, he says these soldiers are pointing out that maybe the surge isn't working, blah, 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 blah. And he says they say that the Iraqi people are caught in the no, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. They say caught in the crossfire are the Iraqi people, citizens fearful of the terrorists and insurgents and growing wary of the continued American presence there. So he's pointing out, trying to rephrase what they're saying, and in the middle of it he says, they say, caught in the crossfire are the Iraqi people, citizens fearful of the terrorists and insurgents and growing wary of the continued American presence there. First, if you're going to think for yourself and not just parrot, you need to go and read the article. You can Google it, Soldiers New York Times op-ed, The War as We Saw It. Just read it yourself. They never say that. So be aware when newscasters like Tucker Carlson are very sneakily trying to quote soldiers or anybody as saying things that they don't say. A matter of fact, the core of the article is a logical assessment of why military surge is not going to correct the main core problem there, which is a political reconciliation. They point out some great history. They're very intelligent people, and I think it's very, very important that people read this article. Don't just take what they say, but they do a better job of pointing out the history of the Shiites in Iraq and what is at the core of the political problems there for the Maliki government, and they question why well, they don't question, they actually say why they don't think this military surge is going to be an effective policy in solving the problems that continue to exist there and create instability.